So what happens when a cabinet meeting goes on for over 3 hours on live television? You get some seriously wild and unfiltered moments. We're about to break down the craziest highlights from Donald Trump's marathon session. Let's get into it.
First things first, let's talk about the runtime. This wasn't just some quick update. We're talking 3 hours and 16 minutes.
Yeah, you heard that right. Longer than most superhero movies for a single cabinet meeting. Just let that sink in.
And trust me, the length is just the beginning. If you're ready to see what went down in those 3 hours, go ahead and smash that like button. You're going to want to see this. Okay, first up, the personal comments. And these were, something else. We're talking about everything from some really awkward compliments for his friends to some pretty sharp jabs at his rivals.
For example, check out what he said about Attorney General Pam Bondi. It's kind of like a compliment wrapped in an explanation for why he can't give a compliment. It's a lot.
And then there was this little gem for Secretary of State Marco Rubio, who a lot of people think might run for president in 2028. Is that a compliment or something else? You decide. Then, boom, a quick pivot to his political opponents, with this little observation about Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer.
And he was just as direct when talking about Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. So yeah, the tone was, let's just say, not your typical staff meeting.
But it wasn't just personal remarks. The conversation also swerves into policy. And wow, there were some pretty big claims about the economy and technology.
Okay, get ready for this number. He made a claim about cutting prescription drug prices by 1,500%. Yep, 1,500%.
He also gave us his personal definition of artificial intelligence. I gotta say, calling it the new everything all put together in one is, well, it's definitely one way to put it.
And the range of topics? It was pure chaos. In just one stretch, he jumped from fuel prices to egg prices to windmills to Zuckerberg's data center, California water, redecorating the Oval Office, furniture tariffs, and even his dad's advice about dirty doors. I mean, try to keep up.
All right, so from prices and dirty doors, the conversation took another sharp turn, this time into leadership, power, and crime.
He started talking about how people see him, and he dropped this line, saying some people might actually prefer a dictator if it meant less crime. That's a pretty heavy thing to say in a cabinet meeting.
He also didn't hold back on his opinions of certain American cities, giving this really blunt take on Baltimore.
And now we get to the grand finale. After hours of all that, it was finally the cabinet's turn to talk. And oh boy, did they have things to say.
So one by one, members of his cabinet stood up, and the theme of the day was pretty clear: showering the president with some of the most over-the-top compliments you've ever heard.
But the absolute showstopper, the quote that just sums it all up, came from the Labor Secretary. She literally invited him to come see his big, beautiful face on a banner outside their building. You can't make this stuff up.
So what do you even make of all this? Is this a totally new, unfiltered way of doing politics, or is it something else entirely? We really want to know what you think, so drop your take in the comments below.
And that's our look at the wildest moments from this epic cabinet meeting. If you enjoyed this breakdown, do us a favor and hit like, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so you don't miss our next one. Thanks for watching.